Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of the Set List of Life with the current bandmates of Dolly for Sue.
She does it so well.
Tonight we have with us Aaron on guitar.
Hello, hello.
Christine on the drums.
Hi.
Kirsten on the keyboard.
Hello.
And I'm Leslie, your vocalist for this evening. If you missed this introduction last week,
2 weeks
I wasn't
ago.
here. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
No. I haven't been here in forever.
Last week we didn't meet at all.
We did not. But tonight's song is Bust a Move by Young MC.
Wow.
Okay.
Excellent
I'm
song.
gonna bust out of these pants. That's the because I ate too much today.
That was my college friend's song. So Charlie, you remember the dance? We have a dance. We have a whole
Charlie and
dance
I
to
are
that.
friends now, too.
Yeah, that's right.
And so throughout the recording tonight, feel free to go, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't have a button for that.
We know
We'll have
all
to
the,
make
I
a
know all
button.
the words.
I like the whole. You know what's so funny about that song? Because you listen to rap now and it's very different.
Yeah.
It's very different. It seems very
Really? I
naive.
hadn't noticed.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay, Smarty, go to a party.
I know, I like that.
Okay,
Best
Smarty,
friend Harry
go
had
to
a
a
brother
party.
Larry. Like,
In 5 days
He's going to
from
marry.
now.
She's going to marry. He's going to marry. Yeah.
Anyway.
that's awesome. Those are
Yeah.
just awesome lyrics.
Yes.
That I wish I wrote.
Yes.
I
Well,
know.
that's okay.
Yeah,
We still have time. We can write songs.
we can. We still have.
Well,
we
that's
still
a-
have.
I don't know
We'll
if
even
we
try
can
for
compete
15
with that.
years. Look at Aaron's face. He's like,
Aaron.
never going
like,
to happen.
Never going to happen.
Joey's in the middle of writing one. I'm like, do you have lyrics? He's like, yeah. I'm like, wow.
Wow.
That's
How'd you do that so
impressive.
quickly?
It's awesome.
ChatGPT.
Nah, he doesn't use that. I know
Impressive.
you could, but he doesn't use that.
Yeah.
And yeah, he doesn't use that.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so talk.
So,
tell us
yeah.
about
like,
it.
wow.
Oh, gosh, so
I
many
mean,
things.
So
Yeah.
many things.
So many things.
How was your trip?
My trip was awesome.
Yeah.
Not
What was
gonna
your
lie.
favorite thing?
My favorite thing was pretending that I lived in London.
Oh, that's what I do when I'm in London, too. That is my favorite
Did
thing
you start
also.
talking London?
No, I didn't use the
British.
accent, but we Airbnb'd it, so we had a flat
Yeah. Didn't you,
next
didn't
to
you feel
Primrose, and we had our own little like a block and a half away was the street with the pubs and the shops and the.
Oh, fun.
And I just walked down through my park to my pub pretty much every day.
Excellent.
So I liked pretending that I lived there.
That's my favorite thing about Airbnbs too, because I like to pretend like I live wherever
is
I
my flat.
Yeah, like
It's
this
very
is my
expensive flat.
This is my neighborhood, and this is my little grocery store,
Yes.
the market that I go to, and this is where I get my coffee. And yeah,
Exactly.
This is
very
Charlie
fun.
and Jane who live next door.
yeah.
And I also really enjoyed the British sense of humor.
Oh yeah,
They are very funny.
They are
Yes,
very funny.
They are.
In
Very,
fact,
very
the
dry.
cheeky. They're cheeky.
The one day I got up early and I was like, I'm going to walk down to my bagel shop and get bagels for everybody. And so I go down and get my bagels. And there was another American that came in after me and he ordered his bagels and then he gave his name. And the guy behind the cash register said, no need to give your name, but very nice to meet you.
They don't write your name on your cup.
There were two of us in the shop.
Yeah.
Like there was
Right.
no need for a
Oh,
name.
oh, okay.
But I mean,
It's not Starbucks.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Or Chick-fil-A.
American.
Yes.
But anyway,
We give our names.
No, it was good. And then I think we asked everybody in the family what their favorite things were, and interestingly, everybody had something different.
So what else
Oh
did
yeah.
they say?
What was-
We did a scavenger hunt one day. One of
Oh,
those
fun.
Go Cities that you
Is
do
that
on
with
your
the phone?
Yeah, you do on your phone.
Yeah.
At your own pace.
That's fun.
But you're playing like other people who are
Oh,
also playing
right,
that
That
day.
sounds
So
fun.
it's
Really
like
fun.
it was very fun. At first I thought, oh, the kids are going to hate this because it was like Secret London was the theme, and so
Did you have to go find things?
Yeah,
like
to go.
it'll
Yeah,
say,
they
like,
give you clues, right?
Like who's the name on the statue or that kind
Right,
of thing.
and then you had to take a picture of yourself. Yeah, and
Okay, fun. I'd love that.
but it was like secret gardens and secret, which I found
Yeah.
very
Yeah. There you
entertaining.
go.
And I
That's right
thought,
up your
the
alley.
kids are probably like, "What the heck?" But that was Leo's
Oh, Leo's.
favorite thing.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
That was his favorite thing all week.
Do they have that in other cities?
Yeah,
yeah, I've seen it. I've
almost
never
any
done
city
it.
you
What's
go
it called?
to. I think it's called Go City. I'll give you the.
Yeah.
I have to look at it
Kids
again.
would love that.
But yeah, you can they just have these. They give you clues and you walk around.
We're going
and-
up to Boston next weekend.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
that
they're
would
not. I mean, it's like $35 for everybody.
Oh, that's great.
That's
You
a
know,
great
so it's kind of an
activity.
That's better than
expensive
buying
thing to
tickets
do.
on the big bus for $80
Yeah.
a person.
Right.
Okay,
And
so
we
good.
got to walk around London a little bit.
It gives you
and-
something to do while you're like
Right.
something to focus on other than just wandering.
Right.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, Leo was excellent at the clues. Like the rest of us were sort of just like, huh? Like,
Yeah. He's using
We're
his
trying to figure it
almost
out.
college degree.
I know. He seemed the smartest. And then JJ, his was sweet. His favorite thing was just that his siblings were doing things with him. Like, normally when we go, like if we go on a beach vacation.
Yeah, they go off and do their thing.
They go off and do their thing, and he's sort of stuck in the pool by himself. And so this was he's like, my favorite thing is like, I just got to do all this stuff with my siblings. And I was like,
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know.
Oh boy.
And then
so is the baby.
I know.
and I was like, all these things, you have no idea how many things I don't do for you.
Right. Oh, I know.
For the other two,
100%. The thing is,
okay.
I'm over that. I'm done. I'm exhausted.
Exactly.
You'll never know.
And
Except you just spilled the beans.
Exactly. Well,
He doesn't listen.
He doesn't listen.
Yeah. Okay.
Who are we kidding?
Yeah.
None of our kids listen.
Your kids
My
listen.
kids
No, my
don't
kids'
listen.
friends listen.
Oh,
My
okay.
kids
Yeah,
don't
none
listen.
of my kids listen.
Their friends listen, which is probably worse, but whatever. I mean, not that it's worse that they listen, but like
Yeah.
Right.
the fact that my own kids won't listen.
Right.
My kids are like, yeah, I know you.
Yeah.
They're like, been there, done that.
Well, and they all make fun of me for listening to myself.
Because we're entertaining.
Are you serious? Like, weren't you there? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't remember any of it.
I know. It's always like a new thing. I'm like, oh,
You can tell them that I don't listen either, which is probably why my own kids don't listen. So thank you to their
listen.
friends because
Yeah.
it's nice
I
that they
listen
do.
at soccer practice.
Plus, it adds 1 to our numbers. So there you go.
There you go. 2.
One extra.
Adds 2
download.
to our numbers. And Aaron, unfortunately, has to listen to it over and over and over.
I do.
But
Aaron
you get
listens
little
very
different
closely.
nuggets every time you listen.
Yeah. I do.
Sure.
Yeah. I
Yep.
know.
He knows
sure do.
all the idiosyncrasies.
I do. There's a lot of things that, as an editor, I pick up. I hear things differently than most people do because I'm
Yes.
very in tune with how people speak and their speech patterns and their breathing and the way
God.
they gasp and do all kinds of things with their.
Sounds a little stalkerish.
It's terrifying.
It's what I do every
terrifying.
single day. So yes, it's interesting.
Okay. Now I'm just uncomfortable.
He's listening.
know.
He's listening to your tids and bits.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
kids in bits. I'm probably saying like a lot. I don't know.
No, at this point, it's hey, we're 80 some episodes in. It's,
All right.
it's,
It is what it is.
Yeah.
what it is.
It's not changing now.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's all out there.
Yeah. But no, we did a lot of shopping, a lot of good eating, a lot of
What was your
markets.
best food? Like what? Did you get fish and chips?
Oh, you know,
Did you go
I
to
did
that
get
cinnamon
fish and
place?
chips.
I love fish and
I got
chips.
fish and chips at my pub.
Oh, at your pub.
my pub.
Excellent.
It was
So
very
what,
good.
what neighborhood were you in?
Regent's Park.
I don't know Regent's Park.
It's kind of a little bit out of the way, which I kind of liked.
Oh, okay.
The big
Were you-
joke of the week was
Do you have a tube
no-
stop?
Yes. There were 2 tube stops, very, very close.
What were
The one was Swiss. What was it? Swiss something.
they? Oh,
See, I've already forgotten.
okay. I don't know that one.
Next vacation. No.
Yeah.
But there were very close to 2 tube stops. But it was funny. The running joke for the week was no matter where we were 2 miles from where we needed to be.
Yeah.
Like, so even though we could walk, it's not as walkable. London's like,
It's just enough that it's a pain in the butt.
right. But the taxi
tube is
drivers in
great.
London are fantastic.
Yeah, they are.
You know, they
They're-
have to take a test. And did you know that?
No,
Like, I didn't know this
I knew
either.
that the cabs are fancier.
It
and
takes like 3
they're more
years to
expensive.
get. Yeah, it takes like 3 years to get your cab driver's license certificate or whatever
wow.
because they have to memorize every street.
That's amazing.
And the cabs are clean.
Yeah, they're
and
very clean.
big, and
Yeah.
the guys are friendly, and they don't use GPS at all.
Oh, I didn't
Not
notice that
at all.
The last time we were there, the only time we took a taxi was like 5 a.m. So I didn't really notice.
Right.
But interesting.
And there's taxis everywhere. It's not like, I don't know. I mean, they're very easy to hail,
Yeah.
basically. But they also have Uber and
It's strange.
the Tube. Yep, they don't use GPS at all.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, if you have GPS, it shows you where there's traffic and how to get around it.
They
and
just know
if you
stuff.
They
don't
just know.
They
have
just
that,
know.
then
They just
Okay.
know.
But it was good. It was
yeah,
good stuff.
all good.
Yeah, the last time we were there, we took the tube everywhere because my friend I went with is British and she used to go there like for summers.
Right.
Like she knows the inside and out because it is kind of confusing.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
can get a little confusing. And if you're sitting in the front seat, which I only did once, and then I let everybody else sit in the front seat, it's a little harrowing. I mean,
Oh,
they
yeah.
drive like crazy people.
Right.
And
On the
there's
wrong side of the road.
on the wrong side. But I
Yeah.
mean, like,
Yeah.
but even all jokes about the wrong side of the road aside, they were still would drive literally on the wrong side of the road. They'd be on the right hand side. Just everybody's trying to use one lane is what it is, and they're all just weaving in and out. And
that stresses me
And then
out.
there's bikes, and there's
Oh my
it was
gosh.
and
Yeah, I would
horses,
not want-
and you're just like, what the what? Like I can't sit in the front seat.
No, you just
I
cannot.
can't.
Just sit in the back and don't pay attention.
I did. That's exactly.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch. But and it's not that expensive. I don't know. Like when we Uber here, and maybe it's just because we're in the burbs. Uber's kind of expensive. There, I don't think we paid more than $30 for
Anywhere.
an Uber.
Yeah.
Like so getting around was exceptionally easy.
That's good.
Food wise, I have to say our best sit down meal was an accidental, like not a. It was a Italian place that was near. We went to see Wicked, so it was near the
Oh,
theater,
fun.
and so I was just like, oh, we'll just eat here. It was tapas style, like little plates, and
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
shared.
Oh, yeah.
And the food was so good, and they were so friendly and nice, and got us out, in time for the show. So that was fantastic. But most of the time, we just did markets.
Yeah, we did that one.
We did
over
like
there.
Borough Market and Camden
Yeah.
Market, and
Oh, fun.
and like we just ate.
I like
Street
little.
food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
love
us.
street food, and then you can just try like more things.
Yeah, everybody just tried different stuff. And,
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that
that's
was good.
awesome.
But it was rather relaxing. We didn't have a lot of programming.
Yeah.
It was just more like, get up, let's walk around, see what we see today, kind of
Did you
thing.
go to your Mad Hatter tea?
We did go to the Mad Hatter
And
tea.
how was that?
Well,
Was it mad?
it was mad. It was okay. The Mad Hatter tea was very good. The problem was not with the tea. The day we went to the Mad Hatter tea, it was like 90 some degrees in London, which never happens.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And there's not a lot of air conditioning
oh,
because they just don't
yeah, they
need
don't
it.
need it. Yeah.
So it was a super hot day. It was also the day we did the scavenger hunt. So we were walking around for hours in the hot sun, and
then
then
you-
we sat down to
A hot
hot
tea.
tea with like really heavy desserts,
Uh-huh.
and nobody wanted to eat. Like it was just
Right,
like,
yeah. Oh, that's too bad.
So the tea was lovely, but
Could have been better.
could have been
Yeah, just the
probably just the wrong combination.
yeah. No, it's the wrong
Of
combination
things.
of
See,
stuff.
I was thinking it was going to be cold and rainy, and wouldn't it be nice to pop in for a spot of tea and a snack?
Yeah.
And that wasn't like it at all. We were all sitting around like these chocolate. I mean, they were gorgeous.
Right.
And
and you would have loved to eat them any other time.
yes. So if anybody's going and wants to do a formal tea, that's not. And teas aren't cheap.
No,
Teas
they're
are pretty
not.
expensive.
They're Was that in one of the hotels?
Yes, it was in the Sanderson Hotel.
Okay.
And it's called the Mad Hatter Tea. It's Alice in Wonderland themed, and it was fantastic. It just
Yeah, just bad.
we were
bad
just
timing.
like, ugh. But so that was good. What else?
Cool.
We saw the changing of the guard.
Oh, cool. Did you do the Churchill Museum?
No, we wanted to, and then we were like, oh, we'll just get tickets while we're there. Well, it's a much more.
It's I
It's
think
very
that sells
popular.
out. Yeah.
So you had to stand in line to get a ticket to wait an hour to get in, and
Oh.
everybody's like, yeah, that's not
Yeah.
happening.
No.
So we
Especially
didn't.
if it was hot.
We did do Tower of London, which I actually
I
thought the kids would like more, but they were sort of like, all right.
Did you see the Queen's jewels and
We
all
did.
that?
We saw
That's
the jewels.
cool.
And it's cool now that they've changed since the last time I was there, is they have that one of those moving sidewalks.
Oh yeah.
So they have the jewels in the cases, and you just,
you just
kind
go
of stand
by?
on the moving sidewalk. It's like the Jetsons.
Wave. Right. Yeah.
And you just wave
Wave
at
at
the
the-
jewels as you go by.
They
But
did
it's-
not have that in 2000 when I was there.
No,
Yeah. I
they just
don't
renovated,
remember
and
that.
so like that was actually kind of nice. 'Cause
Probably
it,
help with the crowds.
It does.
Yeah.
It just
because you can't linger.
You can't linger. You can't be.
Yeah,
and then,
look at that crown and then move on.
And I don't think there was a room where you could walk around the exhibit, and of course, there's always people putting their face and their hands on the glass and they're going, please don't touch and blah, blah. And next thing you know, someone's licking the case. And, you know, I mean, so I think the moving sidewalk prevents
Right. You get
Licking of the case.
The fingerprints, the licking of the
licking
case.
all the way across.
Long tongue.
One big tongue streak the whole way.
Oh, yeah.
Mick Jagger out of there.
There's always somebody
There's always somebody.
licking the case.
Why? Why? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
Just throw that in there.
I'm trying to bring it back
Tie
around.
it in,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm tying it in.
Bust a move on that.
But yeah, all in all,
later.
great trip. I can't complain. It just was very, came back late at night, which, then your body's it's like 2:30 in the morning, but you're
Right.
functioning, but it's only 10:30 here or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't remember
Yeah,
that.
I don't know.
It's 5 hours,
5
whatever
hours,
it
I
is.
think.
And
Yeah.
then I had to get up the next day and drive to Tennessee.
Oh wow, that's
And then moved to the
So he's all
student moving.
settled.
He's all settled, and then drove back. And
then you had to take Ava.
she left yesterday.
Okay.
So, and yeah, so just a lot of stuff happening
That's
in
a lot.
short amount of time.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know. So that's maybe overeating today was just
Just a stress
because I
response.
had nothing else
Yeah,
to do.
right. Like I can
For 2 seconds, I'm like, what do I
Right.
do? I've been
Right.
so busy. Might as well eat.
eat peach cobbler.
I ate a whole half a peach cobbler. 8 peaches. Well, actually, it's only 4.
All right. So yes, that's nothing. It's fruit. It's
fruit.
healthy.
Stomach's gonna love you.
Oh, anyway. What about you guys? So I did listen.
You did?
Of course.
Shoot. And there was something I wanted to follow up on.
Oh.
It'll come to me. Oh.
Oh.
Well, I can't remember what
Okay,
it
I
is.
don't know.
I don't
remember
remember
what
what
we
I
talked
think about.
about.
I have no idea what we talked about.
When I think
know.
of it, it'll come to me. It was something. And of
Maybe
course,
the show notes.
you guys are talking and I'm like, on the radio, like trying
Yeah.
to yell
See,
things.
then you needed to like take notes.
I called you out.
You called me out.
For what?
I did. No, I didn't call you out. I basically,
Yes, you
I
gave me
said, Leslie,
a
I know
shout
you're
out.
listening to
Yes.
me right
You did give me a
Give her
shout out.
shout out. Give her a
She
shout
called
out.
me out. I was like, well, damn, what I do.
No, no.
Okay. Call her out.
now. Okay.
You did give me a shout out, and I
did.
appreciate that.
The Set List of Life show.
There was something.
Yeah. It was like that was a couple weeks ago.
It was
I
a
don't
couple
remember.
weeks ago. I had an interview this
Vacation.
week.
Oh, you did?
I did
Tell
an
us about
interview
it.
for an internship, and I will say that I wouldn't hire me.
Why not? I would hire you. You would be
Sure, you would.
amazing.
Not for that job. I wouldn't hire me.
What kind of
but
job?
you know what? It's okay. It's okay to have those interviews that you bomb because then you like learn things. Right. It was it's an internship and it's a great internship and it's a great internship for somebody who has a little bit more experience than I do.
Oh,
It's
okay.
in digitization and preservation of civil rights memorabilia from Alexandria and DC in that area. It's in Alexandria.
That's cool.
Totally cool. Totally great position.
Mm-hmm.
Nice people who interviewed me. It rained when I got there, and it's Alexandria and it's on street parking. So of
Oh.
course I did not have an umbrella. It was a little soggy when I got there.
Oops. It happens. Wasn't your
Because it
fault.
wasn't raining out here.
Right, right. It's kind of, yeah.
You know, it
it's a
took
ways.
me almost an hour and a half to get there. But yeah, they asked me these questions and I'm like, well, I don't have experience, but if I did,
This is what I
yeah.
think.
I mean, and I
Yeah.
researched it and I knew some things, but like I said, I only have a cursory knowledge of what that is. And she goes, well, tell us what your cursory knowledge is. I'm like, oh, okay. So, yeah. So I left there being
Never
like,
know.
well, and then, she's like, do you have any questions? And I'm thinking, I don't have any questions. You're not going to give me this job. Why would I waste your time asking you questions? What am I going to ask you? So,
You never
That was-
know.
I think sometimes you do.
Sometimes you know.
Sometimes you're.
I think
When
on this
you
one,
can walk out there
I
and
know.
go, I wouldn't give me that job. I mean, it would be great. It would be a great experience because it is an internship and you do internships so you learn things.
Right,
And I
right.
was
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
That I
If you're-
didn't make stuff up, but
Yeah, if you knew everything, you wouldn't need the internship.
yes. But so anyway,
Sometimes it's glaringly obvious.
yes. And and again, that's okay
Yeah.
because now I know like for the next interview, like what things I would have done differently.
Yeah.
Than I did at this one,
Yeah.
including bring an umbrella, even if the skies are clear, because you never know.
You never
You
know.
never know.
But I also totally, if I was offered the job, would take it, even though it's an hour and a half away, because it's only for a year and it's part-time. But who wants to commute
That's a long
People commute into the city every day, and I just couldn't do it.
I couldn't either.
Yeah,
I
that's
switched careers because I couldn't do that.
because I just said, you
I
know
mean,
what?
and there's not where that library is. There's not a metro station close enough to make it like that you could metro in. So beautiful library though, nice and really nice people. So if you're listening,
Yeah. So
you're very
fascinating.
nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me the
Give her a
opportunity to
second
interview
Thank you
your
for your
job.
time. I appreciate it.
I think it's a fascinating job, and whoever gets it, enjoy it. So,
And Christine is awesome, and anyone would be.
well, that's very
Lucky to
sweet
have
of
her.
you. Thank you. I mean, I would be conscientious, but
I'm just saying.
extremely
I'm
conscientious.
just saying. If you'd like to reconsider, she's a very hard worker.
And she's a fast learner.
but having been on the other side of the interview desk, like it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Like I was talking to a couple of my friends afterwards, and like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, it's okay. It's fine. It's not like I left there thinking, yes, I got it, and then I get a phone call saying I didn't.
Oh,
get
yeah.
it.
No.
Then that's worse.
Yeah, that is worse.
But like-
Better to keep
As
your
I say to my
expectations
wife,
low.
when every interview is just practice at the
Yeah,
next
it's
one.
information.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. And it actually has helped me kind of decide whether or not that is a direction I want to go with this, or if there's another direction I want to go. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's part of the process.
Yeah.
and it makes me realize how much there is still to learn.
But you're just starting.
Right. Well, and that's what I told.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And yes, you'll figure it out.
I will.
Yeah.
And Monday starts classes. So-
Wow.
Woohoo.
So that's exciting. Yeah.
Yes, it is. And then I'm going to go back to Bucknell in November and do that job there too. So that'll be fun.
Oh, okay.
I'll be
Excellent.
busy.
Good.
Busy. Speaking, I remember what I wanted to follow up
Oh, I
on.
was
Yeah,
just
I
gonna.
was
I
thinking.
was,
Just pulled
I
everything
have
up. He's
the
got the whole list.
conversation.
It just
in
dawned
front
on
of
me because I was looking at the games. You guys were talking about
board
games.
games.
Yeah.
And you were asking about what games you play with your kids. Because
Yeah.
we always did, we're a big game family.
I figure as much.
Family game night. But especially Santa always brings a family game. And so like we always introduce the new game for the year at Christmas time. So we play it. Like that's always been a tradition. But one of the really good games, which I was pleasantly surprised that like JJ when he was little picked up really quickly. Do you ever play Sequence?
No.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a
Sequence?
sequence,
Not
like a
sequins,
sequence
like-
of events,
like
not like
Okay.
bedazzled. Like you're not.
I mean,
Sequins.
that sounds like a fun game to me.
Aaron likes to play
Shiny.
sequins, but
we
it's
each
kind of
get
personal.
a gun and a blouse. We time it and vote on the best.
It's all part of the naked.
Leslie and her glue gun.
That does sound fun.
Leslie's dream.
It does sound like
It's all
fun to
part
me,
of the
but
naked Olympics.
Naked.
right.
No, it's not part of the Naked Olympics. That's the thing.
no, it's
It's part of the people protesting the Naked Olympics. I'll make you an outfit.
All right, you just
Put those sequins on. Cover yourself.
cover up those bits and
God forbid we should do anything without a protest these days. But no, Sequence it's a card game, and all you're doing is trying to make 5 cards in a row. But you're playing with a partner. It's fun because
It is fun.
you can play multi-age, and you're playing with a partner, and that's a good one for the kids. So Sequence, like as in a sequence of it,
Yeah.
because you're trying to come up with a sequence of cards.
Okay.
It's very
Okay.
fun. That's a
All
good
right.
one.
Okay.
If
I
you're
agree.
looking for a game, all ages. But it's more, it's like, I liked it because it was better for the adults because it's not Candyland.
Oh, Candyland.
Like, you're saying you're hiding the
Shoots
cards.
and ladders.
Just make
Like
it go
just
faster.
shoot me now or
Exactly.
trouble. Like
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
3, 2.
That was the only game we ever played it.
And you
when
can
I
never
was a
pop
kid.
a
It was
6.
trouble.
Oh.
It's hard to pop a 6.
it is
Pop a
very
6.
hard to pop a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good song for the next album.
It's hard to pop a 6.
It's hard to pop a
That
6.
sounds strangely sexual, Leslie.
That's the double entendre of
It's a
it.
double entendre. It's like,
See?
Oh, bust a move.
Bust a move.
Wow.
I'm in trouble because
All
it's
right.
hard to pop a 6.
That's right.
I can't get around.
That would be a good
I
rap.
can't get around to home base because
See?
it's so hard
She's
to
working.
pop a
She's
6.
working it. She's working it.
It would make a great rap is all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I'm just saying.
When
yeah.
we put a rap on our next album because that's what we do.
Yeah.
Along with our reggae white wedding, and we're all set.
But we actually, there's again in our family, a running joke is like, for whatever reason, when we play Trouble, Chris can never, ever get a 6.
No, no,
Like
I
he'll go an
can't either.
entire
Yes,
game without
that's
getting
me.
a 6.
Oh, I've always done pretty well at trouble. I can pop a 6. I'm just
I
saying.
believe that Kirsten has done well with trouble.
It's probably a little personal, but yeah, I can pop a 6.
No sweat.
Wow.
No sweat off my brow. Popping 6s left and right.
Pops and 6s all over the place.
That's right.
Oh my God, we've got our song. It's there. We are ready.
Pop a 6.
Okay.
Ooh, it's also a good rap name if it was POPPA, like
Pop a 6. I like that
Papa
too.
6.
Pop a 6.
Not a bad band name.
That's not a bad band.
Yes,
going
yes,
to
it is. Yes,
Going
it
in a
is.
different direction.
No,
Papa 6.
I like Papa 6.
I like Papa 6.
It's going on the list.
Yeah, it's edgy. Like
With
us.
Dutch
It is.
Taco.
It is. I was going to say it's better than the Demons of Woe.
No, it's not.
I believe it is better than
Dutch
Demons of
Taco,
Woe.
Demons of Woe, Papa 6.
Papa 6.
Going on the
All right,
list.
Papa 6 does get my vote. Of
Dutch
those two.
Taco.
Those
by
are our
Papa 6.
choices.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
we'll just combine it.
Right.
Put them all together. And
Creative thinking here. We're freewheeling it.
We are.
That side of the table might be. This side of the table, not so much.
Or, you know,
I've got my
if we come up with great ideas, we could just call it Popping a 6.
I'm popping a 6.
She just popped a 6. That's all I'm saying.
I like it. It's gonna
Stop
catch
trying
on.
to make it happen. It's like fetch. It's not going to happen.
It's so versatile.
I know. I popped a 6.
You can make it a verb. You can make it a noun.
That's right.
Yeah.
A proper noun, Papa 6. That's my name. Woo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm too tired for this today.
Just best
You
to
guys
move.
missed me.
I know.
We did.
Actually-
We did. We definitely need you.
Oh, goodness
Oh, gosh.
gracious.
Okay.
I like it.
All right.
Now,
all right.
now I can't. I,
Now you're all in it. Now
I know,
you're
I
all
can't-
up in it.
Now she's going to go look for her trouble. Do you have it there?
No, she didn't have trouble.
No. When I was a kid, so my parents had the trouble game that we played. So I was the youngest of 4. We had this trouble game probably like when I was in kindergarten.
Right.
Like my kids still played that same trouble game at their grandparents'
Yeah.
house, and like it was dusty.
Oh, believe me.
It was
My
like,
mom's
so old.
I've told you you know
Yeah, oh,
about
yeah.
my room.
Yes.
My mom doesn't get rid of anything. So in the family room, there's a closet full of games and toys that were mine and my
Along
brother's.
with your like frog girl.
Yeah, with my frog doll. And
Yeah.
so the we have all the Fisher Price, the old
Oh, like
Right,
the, old,
the chokers.
The choking hazard.
Yes, my
ones,
mother-in-law
yeah.
has those too.
and like all the foam and stuff is like completely deteriorated.
Yes, from the beds. Because they had
Oh,
the foam.
yeah, they had- the
my
beds did have
God.
foam.
Yes, they did before they were all plastic.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so I know about
Yeah.
the dusty toys.
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah.
had all of the Charlie's Angels in Barbie form.
Oh,
I
I
had
had
all
those
of them.
too. I did
did
too.
not have those.
Yeah.
Those
I
didn't
think they
have.
actually still do it, but
They still
I'm
have
going to
the-
find them.
The scarves. I mean, I have like
I have them up in my closet, like the top of my closet, because I don't know. My mom sent them to me in a box.
something happens to the hair.
Yeah, they're not looking at
Like it like
They were wearing like
melts or so the hair gets real weird. Like
the
that
gauchos.
plastic, let me just say, whatever they used for the hair of the
like-
Barbie dolls, that actually decomposes.
Yeah. Did yours have
So
the
the landfills are
gauchos and the
safe.
gaucho boots and the
Yeah.
scarf? Yeah.
Yeah. The gauchos and the boots. Yeah. And the
Yeah,
little
yeah.
scarf.
We didn't have the money
Nice.
for those things.
Yeah.
I had my one Barbie doll. No Ken doll. So
Well, I also
never had
had
Ken.
Dee Dee Phillips up the street who, was cooler than cool. She was
Had
on
all
color
the-
guard and twirled the rifle and had the
Oh, that is
awesome
cooler
pom poms
than
on her
cool.
boots, and she gave me all her Barbie stuff too.
she?
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I got Big Christine's hand me downs. She lived across the
Oh,
street.
Big Christine.
I was little Christine. Big Christine, give me her
I
hand me
would
down.
not be
Her
Big
clothes.
Does
Christine.
anybody want to be the big?
No.
No,
She
Yeah.
was born on Christmas, which was
Oh.
kind of super cool. But
but she was big Christine.
she was
so
Big Christine.
She's not popping any
Big
sixes
Christine.
anytime soon.
Big Christine
well, she
born on
wasn't
Christmas.
Big Christine because of that. She was Big Christine. She was older.
Nonetheless, no one
Nonetheless,
wants to
no
be.
one wants to be big.
Well, okay. Well,
Yeah, there was. Yeah, my cousin had some friends. Like there was Big Kathy and Little Kathy, and nobody wants to be.
No one
big.
wants big
Okay,
Kathy.
well, I didn't enjoy being little Christine.
Oh, you could be young
So,
Christine. Yeah.
I'm just saying. Speaking of little people, Eliza just texted me.
Ah.
She's missing her lesson night.
Oh, that's
Aw,
sweet.
that's
She's missing
sweet.
Aaron.
She's missing Miss Aaron.
She did bring her guitar. Well, she brought my guitar. She brought the acoustic guitar. with
I
her.
saw the picture that she had the acoustic guitar.
Yeah, she bought the acoustic.
She was telling me, she's like, I'm going to take my bass. I'm like, you're not going to take your bass.
Well, Jack took his with his amp and everything.
Yeah.
But she figured the acoustic would be more versatile.
Yes.
Good point.
And just the amount of, as a college student, you think, at least this is my experience, that you think this is my room. And,
Right.
and I'm going to be here. You're never at your room.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you're always
Right.
out and about doing, even when you're studying, you don't study in your room, you study at the library or somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
So the amount of time that we were, especially
I was in my room.
depending, like, especially who your roommate is. Like, if you,
Well, right.
if you really get along with them, great. But if it's kind of like this cordial relationship, you're like, I'm not going back to the room.
Well-
I'm just going to go
And that's what, like, so Ava liked her roommate. They just weren't like
besties.
besties.
yeah.
But
Just
her
different
roommate
things.
was always in the room.
Oh,
So this is probably why
So
she needed
Ava
to be
was
out.
never in the room,
Right.
because it was
Yeah.
just like, she had one of the older dorm rooms and it was teeny tiny, and two people sitting in the room. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Right, it just gets
Yeah.
awkward.
Too
Right,
com-
it just gets
too
awkward.
much
Weird.
comfort.
For
Yeah.
me, like our rooms were huge.
Oh, see, yeah, no.
Huge. Way bigger than the room that I grew up in. So,
Wow.
oh, yeah, because I was in the oldest dorm on campus and like they were not nice, but they were big,
Right.
really big.
No, if you were sitting on, like, if Ava was sitting on her bed and she straightened her leg, she'd be touching her
That was
roommate's bed.
Bryn's-
Like, that's
yeah,
how small
That
the
was
room
Bryn's
is.
That's way
room
too
last
small.
year.
Yeah.
And Eliza's is, I mean, it's a box, but it's a good enough size. Like she cannot touch her roommate from her.
Oh, yeah. As long as you can't
No,
touch
you
them.
could definitely.
Yeah, that was Bryn's room at UVA last year. Her first year.
Yeah.
First year for sure.
I can hear you breathing.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, I showed you the pictures. Jack, I mean, in his room that was a double that shouldn't have been a double as junior, you couldn't even open the door all
Oh,
the
that's
way.
right. I
No, I
forgot
remember
about that.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
So that's why he like even slept down in their common room. Like he was never,
Yeah, that's
and
what
his
I'm
roommate
saying.
was fine.
Right,
They got along
exactly.
fine.
There was
wasn't a
nothing wrong
problem
with the
them. It was
roommate.
just- yeah.
Lovely girl.
it's
They were on different timetables and had different
Yeah.
interests. So they were cordial, but they weren't like
Yeah, they just did their own thing.
best buds.
I mean, she may find
Sometimes
because
it's
I
better,
played my
though.
piano all. Now, granted, I was a music major, but I played my piano all the time. She may find that because she's already been to the theater, she's already been to like the music building, so she's only been there 24 hours.
nice.
So we'll
Wow.
see.
Good. I'm excited for
She
her.
said auditions for the plays are next week or whatever.
Oh, wow. Good
Yeah.
for her.
She did say that she was going to go
ready.
and sign
Yeah.
up for the theater.
So I hope she does. I
Yeah.
really, really hope she does.
She will. She will.
That's awesome.
We went to see last week. One of the theater organizations, local theater organizations, did a play with a bunch of kids that she knew, not just from her high school, but from some of the other high schools. And these kids are very talented. And so we went and we saw it because a couple of her friends were in it. And she left there and she's like, "There's a lot of talented people." And I was like, "Oh shoot, you shouldn't have gone to see it," because I think it got in her head.
Oh, right.
You know,
She's a talented person.
I know
as well.
she is, but
When was this? Last weekend.
it was last weekend before she left. Yeah, we went to see Alice by Heart, which was an interesting play.
Okay.
It was a very interesting play. I'm not a huge Alice in Wonderland fan, and it had to do with that, but it had also to do with the war and the bombings, and it was interesting. The music was good,
Sounds rather
but the
intense.
kids are. I mean, the kids were. There are talented kids,
Yeah.
very talented kids, which is impressive. But I do hope she pursues that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that she gets that longing for, like, oh, I miss that. I want to do that again.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She probably will.
I think so. I mean, if you make it yourself do it in the beginning, then you'll like. I'm
Yeah.
afraid if she waits, then she won't.
Right.
So,
Because then everyone
Yeah.
goes on without you, and it's,
Yeah.
then you're
we'll
more
see.
intimidated. But yeah, if she
Good.
just goes for it initially. Yeah.
Back to school for everyone.
no, it was
Boy.
senior sunrise this morning.
Aw.
Joey set his alarm for 4:45 this morning.
To see, he literally saw the sunrise.
Yeah, they do senior sunrise. Did Drew
No,
and
I've
Daniel never go?
I've never.
They didn't
no one
go.
ever told me about this. I
Maybe
did
they
not know
started
that
at
was a
Bryn's
thing.
year. I know Bryn and Eliza both did it too.
Kirsten's like, wait, what?
No, my kids, if they weren't interested, they
No,
wouldn't
this
have
has been
told me
around
about
for
it.
20 some years.
they've been doing it.
Really? Did you do it?
Yeah, we did senior with that. Yep.
No, I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Boys
In
are
fact,
I ain't waking up early.
Well, Jack did.
So what is
Joey
it?
did.
You get up and
So
see?
yeah, at school, you go up to school and they kind of hang out at the football field and they watch the sunrise and then they all get breakfast. Because school doesn't start till whatever 9:30. So
had no
yes,
idea.
and then you do
No.
senior sunset at the end of the year.
Yes. And in fact,
What?
and in fact, I think
This is crazy.
I don't know if you recall, I do remember telling the story about Ava's senior sunrise,
yeah.
and she invited everybody.
I do remember
did.
that.
To my
I
house that
didn't know
morning.
that was a
Yes.
thing. I thought that was just like Ava's like
No.
thing.
Yeah.
She invited
Like-
the whole freaking school back to my house for pancakes. And
Yeah, no,
then
Joey
blew a
thankfully did
fuse.
not do that.
Yeah.
They went to IHOP
Yeah.
or Chick-fil-A or somewhere. I forget where they went.
I mean, like, seriously, I'm sitting in my ratty robe, drinking my
gosh.
coffee, like, oh, okay, everybody's
So
off
did
to
you
school.
guys do that?
And like 100 kids are in my backyard suddenly, and Ava's going, "Can we make pancakes?"
Oh my gosh.
With what?
No.
Why are you
So
doing
did
this
you
to
do
me?
that when
Child,
did you do that
I
when
love
you were
but-
kids?
No, it wasn't a thing when
Okay.
we were.
I was gonna say I have never heard anything like
No,
that.
we didn't have it either. But
Plus, I went to the farmers' high school, and like nobody lived close to the school, so
Oh.
everybody had to.
you were all getting up with a
Yeah,
rooster anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
We did not do it, as far as I know.
I've
I
never
mean,
heard of
maybe
it.
Some
I did
people
not
did.
know that was a thing.
Kirsten, if you're listening, did we do it? I don't think we did.
I don't. Yeah,
She might know.
I don't think it was a thing when we were younger. It's just
Okay.
a thing around here.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
even
a
sure.
local thing.
Yeah, it
I
might
mean,
be.
I
Beach
know
week.
all-
I've never heard of beach week. Of course, I lived in the Midwest.
Yeah, we
and
didn't do
there was-
beach week
There was,
either.
there
Oh, we
were
did.
no
We had
beaches.
beach week.
Well, we had a lot of beaches, so we had no need to do beach
Oh,
week.
okay.
We were surrounded by beaches. But yeah, I mean, I know Bryn did it. Eliza did it. So
Okay.
yeah, so Joey got up at 4:45 and he went, and then he told me that the car behind him, not him, but the car behind him was rear-ended. And I was like, oh, thank God it wasn't you. And what a horrible
Boy.
way for that poor kid who started the year that way.
Yeah.
That's
ended
a
the year
crappy
and
way.
started the
yeah. Yikes.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah,
All right.
so he was up and out.
Nice.
And then Jack got up and out and went to his job. And I got that. And I don't know if this happens to you guys. You work. Not that you guys don't work, but every year when they go off to school, I get this like, okay. And for the whole month of September, I am a dynamo. I clean the
Oh,
house.
yeah.
I get
I know,
so much
'cause you're
stuff
so happy
done.
that no one's
and then
home.
by October, I get back into the whole, I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
But September's
Dude,
a
I'm
very
just
productive
popping sixes
month.
year round. So.
Well,
She's
that's
just
good for
popping
you.
six.
I popped my sixes today. But cleaned all the bathrooms.
So I was popping a six like all the last few days because my husband and my oldest child were out of town, and
You do this though.
I
You
do
run
that.
yourself ragged.
I run
she
myself.
pops eights.
I popped an 8. No, but because I'm like all or nothing, and I get that momentum, and I was just, like I dusted my like 2-story ceiling fan, like I did all the things,
Yeah.
like
Wow.
I cleaned my oven,
Okay. Okay. You need to come to my house.
but
now
I'm
my six
done
is
now.
downgraded to a 3.
Hers
I'm
is-
done
yeah.
now because I'm exhausted. But I don't like doing those things like when my husband is home. And I don't know why. It's not that he's not helpful, like, and he's very helpful and he works hard, but I don't want to be doing like stuff like that and have him just like sitting on his computer. Like somehow that
Right.
annoys me. Like somehow.
Interesting.
Yeah, it
Like-
annoys me a lot.
Yeah.
Every time I
yeah.
clean, I get so angry.
Yeah,
Like
right.
Yes.
so angry.
Right.
Yes.
I'm like,
I know.
I'm cleaning.
I
and
don't
then
understand
I'm cleaning, and then somebody
Why
walks
you're
in
cleaning
the kitchen and leaves
has
like
now
a dirty
become
dish.
my problem.
Yes.
I was relaxing, enjoying my show,
Yeah.
and you're sitting over there like cleaning.
That's why I like to
And
clean
after
by
you cleaned-
myself. Yeah.
At the end of the evening, you just tell me that I've cleaned the kitchen. I know. I was there.
I was sitting.
You
I was
do
sitting
this
right here.
to yourself, and then you get mad at us. It's
Yes.
hilarious.
Well, that's
but it's
why-
not.
Because we're cleaning your mess.
Clean your mess and you get mad. No, but that's like
Oh my
it's-
gosh.
That's why I like to do it when no one's around.
Right.
So I
Right.
had a
That's
few
good.
days
That's
when
So you don't
no
get
one
mad
is
at
around.
anybody?
Yeah, I don't get mad. And then I kind of get going. Like when I get going, I really get going. But because I'm all or nothing. I'm like either like, oh, I can't even. Or,
Right.
I did like all the laundry. Like I washed my dog's toys, her slobbery, like
Right.
all her stuffed animals. They're all
Good
over,
Lord,
but
woman.
they're clean up there. And Yeah. And
I just throw them away.
well, that hasn't happened in my, I mean, I haven't done anything
Gotcha.
but I did all the towels. I did, I washed all the sheets and the blankets.
Damn,
and
she's popping nines.
I was,
No,
but
it's
now
not
I'm
a six,
done.
It's a nine.
Can you do some
Thanks.
sixes at my house?
Yeah.
Well, no, because I'm done.
Now she's done.
I'm exhausted. Then
She's going to hibernate for
yeah, I'm
a
not
month.
doing
I mean,
a damn thing for
I
a week.
I did
Yeah.
do the bathrooms, and I went in Eliza's room, and I totally fixed up her room.
Well, that's one thing. When they leave, like I
Yeah.
want to clean their room. just
Bryn
to-
leaves her room perfect. Like she makes sure her, but Eliza, not as much, and that's okay. This was her first year leaving. Jack's room is constantly in a state of disarray.
Yeah.
Joey's in the middle somewhere.
None of my kids leave anything.
Bryn leaves it
In
like
any
her
good
bed
state.
is made, the garbage is all thrown
Oh,
out,
gosh.
Wow.
whatever.
I need one of the. I would like to have one of those.
Okay.
I don't have
of
any.
those. No, and mine. They all share a bathroom when everyone's home.
Yeah.
and it's a nasty bathroom.
Well, that's
It's
the girls.
nasty
The girls'
bathroom.
bathroom just there was hair everywhere. That bathroom needed a good cleaning.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Anyway.
now Eliza has nice clean sheets in her room's neater. I threw away the old water bottles and bubbly cans, and
yeah.
because I have to feed the fish and the
Oh,
tortoise.
that's right. You have to remember
Just
the
gonna
yes.
The fish and the tortoise.
I
So you
tried.
want it nice in there, so you don't just get annoyed every time.
Every
you have
time
to
I go
feed
in
them.
there,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Skittles was
Oh,
fed.
speaking of animals, the whistle pig was out on my patio
Ooh,
this
Cool.
afternoon, and that thing is huge.
Yeah,
it's
they're
like
big.
a beaver.
yeah.
Yeah, they're big.
Yes.
They
They're
stand
chubby.
up. They're
Like
pretty tall.
Oh, well, he was.
Are they mean?
3.
I
No,
heard that-
generally they're more scared of you than anything.
Yeah.
Well, this one, I mean, so normally he's kind of at the side of the house, and I think that I feel bad. Like I think his partner or might have. There was a dead one in the street a few weeks ago,
Aw.
and yeah. And at first I thought, well, that can't be the whistle pig because it's so big. I thought, but I'm like, what would a beaver be doing on my street?
It's a long way from our little pond.
Yeah,
We have them in our pond.
you do because they're really big, right?
They're pretty big because we had one who I had to call animal control because he came to my front door. He was on my porch. He was on my porch. But
Animal control doesn't do anything.
It knocks on your door.
Porch. Beaver on the porch.
Can I introduce a set of encyclopedias?
B-side, Beaver on the Porch by Papa Six.
Beaver
like
on the
it.
porch.
It sounds dirty and confusing.
Beaver
Beaver,
on the porch.
beaver on the porch.
Just cute.
Wow.
Oh my God, there's just no.
I'm closing
I'm
my
sorry.
eyes, trying to get a
We may
visual.
have to combine this. This has to be like a double album with the Reiki Chicken.
Beaver on the porch.
Beaver on the Porch, Reiki Chicken. And the
Yeah.
whole Whistle Pig,
The whole whistle pig.
Woods Pussy.
Woods pussy.
We got a whole menagerie.
My whole
Menagerie.
menagerie. Menagerie by Papa Six.
Yes.
Yes.
And we've got all the songs.
Oh, that's so cool.
Did we go off the rails? Where did we go off the rails?
This is brainstorming.
Yes.
This is
I like it.
creativity.
Prime
Yes.
content.
Menagerie by Papa
Menagerie.
Six. I love it.
It sounds so
I love
cool.
it. I'm making a t-shirt.
I know, right?
There's
So-
a lot of these T-shirts that haven't been
All
made.
these t-shirts you don't want, I'm still making.
Yeah.
Didn't,
Anyway,
we
so-
have a Waffle House one?
We did.
We did have a Waffle House one.
did. No, I'm sorry. We interrupted your story with
Yeah,
our
anyway, what
ideas.
There's not much to the story. Actually,
Okay.
your translation of the story is far better than my part of the story. No, there was a beaver came up from our little pond there and was sitting on our porch one day, and so I had to call animal control because they're not supposed to be that far from the water during the day.
So they
Oh.
actually came out because
Did they
normally
take them back to
No.
the water?
So I don't know what they did. I just called them, and the beaver was gone by the time that I
yeah,
like.
because I say normally animal control goes. Yeah,
There's nothing we can do
It's
about
na-
it.
Right.
Yeah, it's
It's
nature.
an
He
animal.
lives there.
Yeah.
He lives there.
He'll go
back
away.
But I
eventually.
think that, like, given the situation and the time of day and whatever, you have to
Yeah.
worry about rabid animals.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So-
we had a skunk in our backyard, and they're not supposed to be out during the daytime, and they took it away and tested, and he was staggering, and he
Oh, yeah,
sprayed
when
my
they're
dog.
staggering, they'll
Yeah,
come.
he looked rough, and
He looked rough.
rough skunk.
He'd been listening to Menagerie by Papa Six all night.
and he was looking rough.
He was looking a little rough.
Eating some of those Dutch tacos.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
Talking to the beaver on the porch.
That's right.
they all know Beaver on the Porch. That's
Everyone
like
knows
that's like
Beaver.
the number one track.
Beaver on the porch. That's what, like, the kids are like going crazy for that.
The kids love beaver on the porch.
Beaver on the porch. Beaver on the porch. Beaver on the porch.
That's
Beaver on
what
the
they play at
porch.
the clubs.
Yeah, you know. There's a remix by Lady Gaga.
It's going to be on her Christmas album.
It's going to be on her Christmas album. Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
It goes with her Christmas tree.
Right.
Underneath my Christmas tree.
It's the beaver. My beaver on the porch.
Okay.
All right.
Next topic.
Oh, jeez. God help me.
Oh,
I think that
goodness
should be our
gracious.
song
What
for
else?
next week.
Beaver on the porch.
Yes.
We can use it as our theme song for next week.
I think we should.
For everything.
Aaron's
Where do you
looking.
go from there?
Where
Where do you go from there?
We're going to go left field. We have to go
That's-
Oh, we're
somewhere.
going
That's,
left field?
you know.
Okay. What time is
Aaron,
it?
you're taking us
So-
out to left field.
Yep.
Oh, right. Aaron's
All right.
got topics.
This is what I did.
Hot topic.
I have that.
we know you do.
Yes.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, so last weekend, this is I never do anything for my wife's birthday just because we've always had an agreement that we don't give gifts to each other just because we find it silly.
Right.
We've always felt that way.
Right.
Okay.
If you want something, go out and get it.
Right.
But I felt as though this year I'm going to give my wife something.
Was it a special
So
birthday?
I wanted to, no.
Okay.
She's just a special person.
Yeah, I just wanted to give her something different. But at the same time, I wanted it to be family oriented because I like to do family things.
Right.
For Christmas, I got that whole, I always say Yahtzee. I got a Scrabble.
yeah.
The Scrabble with your
All the
names.
names and everything like that, which
those
is
are
kind of cool. I like
That
to
is
do that kind of
cool.
stuff. So I found a local photographer who takes pictures of your iris.
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah, I've seen those.
And then he puts them together in this.
And
So
makes
those
art.
are all your eyes?
Well, this is an example
Oh,
of.
I was going to say, I'm like looking at your eye. I'm trying to figure out which
Christine
one's
is
you.
not digging this idea.
No, it's cool.
I think it
it's
is cool.
I think it's awesome. Now, this one has like a splash to it. I wouldn't do the splash, but I think it's going to be cool because they all have blue eyes and then I have like green hazel eyes.
Oh.
So it'll be cool to be able to see
Yeah, like who's, can you figure out
all of
whose,
our eyes
whose
together.
eye is
So
who?
it was fun. It was fun. It was a fun afternoon and it was easy to do. And the
Oh,
kids
so you
loved
did it
And-
already,
Oh,
but-
yes.
but
we
you
already
haven't
did it.
seen the
No,
results
we
yet.
have not seen the results.
So
yet.
did they come and they took the pictures?
No,
Or-
it's here
Did
in
you take it?
Chantilly.
Okay, so you go there.
You go and you like stick your eyeball in.
Yeah, it's like you're at the eye doctor. You stick your eye on there and you take a bunch of pictures and then.
yeah.
When they test you for glaucoma, they should just give you one.
right.
Right? I mean, your eye's in there anyway,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And they
Yes.
take a picture.
Yeah, it's
So
in that puff
does
of air.
this skeeve you out?
It doesn't skeeve me out. It's just teeth skeeve me out. Eyeballs I can do. It's just
That's funny. Teeth skeeve you out?
Oh yeah. Anytime my kids would lose a tooth, anytime a tooth was loose.
Really?
When Bryn
Really?
had her expander for her braces and I had to go in and turn
Oh,
the
I
thing.
hated that.
Oh,
Did you like?
really?
I remember it's like accidentally
See,
stabbing my
I'm like-
kids, like
I'm
turning
like
that
you.
expander.
Yeah,
that was
teeth.
awful.
I don't do
Enjoy.
teeth. But I don't mind eyeballs. It's just not my cup of tea.
I
Okay.
love
that type of art.
love taking out a tooth. Love
You
it.
do?
I do. I love.
I wouldn't go that
It's like
far.
my
Kids-
wife.
I don't.
When
I'm not
She
skeeved,
like
but I wouldn't.
yes, and
When
she
my
goes in
kids-
and wiggles them
When
and
my
like
kids' teeth would
plays
be
with
loose,
them.
they wouldn't tell me because they'd be like, "Don't take it out, don't take it out." I'm like, "No, I won't take it out." And I just go, "Bing!" And I'm like, "Oh, I got it!"
Yeah.
Do you pop their
That's-
pimples too? You're that person,
No, I'm
aren't
not
you?
that. No, I'll
Okay.
pop my own pimples,
Yeah,
but
well,
I
yeah.
won't pop theirs.
No,
That's,
okay.
That's
Okay.
they can do their own.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not into the pus is not a thing for me. No,
Just teeth.
just teeth. I like teeth.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
but-
say I'm in
But-
the middle. I don't like them and I don't hate them.
But I would have been I
But
would
your
have been
dad's
a
a
good
dentist.
yeah, but I would have been a good doctor too. Like I like to do the stitches and like I like that.
I don't mind
stuff.
blood. I don't mind cuts. I don't mind I deal with vomit, but teeth, there's something about mouths.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a thing. Must have been scarred as a baby and I just don't remember it. I don't know, but
That's
yeah.
weird.
Interesting.
I don't mind the noise. It's more the just looking in the mouth thing. You
Although-
can go ahead and
I do have the dream that a lot of people have.
Oh,
where
yeah,
your
teeth
teeth
are
are
falling
falling
out.
out.
I have that dream too.
I do have
Never
that
had
too.
it?
Yeah.
You've never
You've
had
never
that
had that
dream?
I haven't had it in a
Your
while.
teeth
I used to
falling
have that
out?
all
Oh, yeah.
the time. It's so upsetting.
Oh, that's
is.
weird.
It feels
your-
so real.
Oh, I have my dream dictionary at home. I'm gonna have to go
Look
bring
it
it
up.
up.
I
Bring
think
it in,
something's
yeah.
gonna die
It's
because
like I think it's just you're feeling a lack of control or something
Yeah,
like that.
well,
But
that's about right.
I always feel a lack of control, so I don't know why.
Yeah.
It would just be a random.
I used to have that dream all the
Just
time.
today?
I haven't had it since I've just
Maybe that's why I have it all the
now.
time. Maybe that's why I don't do teeth. Keep those teeth in.
No,
Right.
but the worst part about my dream about my teeth falling out is I always go to my dad because he was an orthodontist, and I go, Dad, my teeth are falling out, and he'll just look at me and go, "There's nothing I can do, Les. Nothing I can do." And I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
no.
it's very stressful when you think your teeth are all falling out.
Plus, my teeth make up a very large part of my face, so
We're looking at one big tooth.
yes, it's like if I had one giant, just solid, like upper tooth, that would go. But
Like a whistle
George
pig.
Washington.
it would be missed if I had no teeth.
Yes, that's true. You would be
So-
more so than.
Interesting. No, I have had that. I have the one where it's the end of the semester and I haven't gone to class all
Oh,
semester.
I used to have that.
I have
all
the one
time.
where I'm going through a whole bunch of stairs, but the stairs don't always connect and there's spaces in between the stairs. Yeah.
You know, I thought
A
of.
lot of anxiety dreams.
Like an MC Escher type of thing,
Yes,
where the
totally.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't get through the stairwell because there's like missing stairs or
Oh,
they
that's
don't
terrible.
go anywhere.
So one of my recurring ones, it was also when I was a kid, it was that I was missing the bus, that the bus was coming and I wasn't ready. But that actually happened a lot in real life.
I never had that one because I'm like 20 minutes early.
That was more of a self-reflection than a dream,
Exactly.
really.
But, yeah.
reliving that.
That was
every
yesterday.
night, every day, pretty much. But I was telling my son because he has this, now they have their schedules on their phone, the parent view, student view, whatever it is. And that was one of my it was always that I'd lost my schedule
I
and
have that one.
didn't know what
room?
what room I was at. It was always like in the middle school, and I didn't even know what floor I was
Yep.
on, and all the everything looked alike, and I didn't know. Yeah.
Yep. I've had that. Yep. You
yeah,
don't know
I-
where you're going.
Yeah, I didn't, and I'm obviously late, but I don't even know, and I can't remember what classes I'm in, let alone what's when.
Yep. I totally have had
And
that.
and I was like, oh, look, you got your schedule on your phone. Like, your life must be so easy.
You probably have never had that dream.
I bet you never
think of what kind of dream I can give you to give you
we
anxiety.
used to have a piece of paper, and if you lost it,
Right.
And it was carbon copy, so if it was later in the year, it didn't show you couldn't
right.
read it.
Yeah.
And I would have worried that that I knew that I forgot, and I still lost the piece of paper. Yeah.
Yep, I've had those.
So, okay.
Yeah. Did you have those
This
dreams?
brings up, so there's a couple things.
This is not
No.
where I'm sure you're
It's like
finding
going-
it.
I don't have, the only reoccurring dream that's messed up is I'm drunk driving.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's weird.
So
And you're not even a
looking
drinker.
at yourself drunk driving? Like you're looking at yourself thinking,
No, I'm not
I shouldn't
looking at
be
myself.
doing this?
It's first
Oh, no.
person, and I am driving, and I just don't have.
out of control.
It's that drunk feeling,
Right.
that I just don't have control. And I'm
That's your version of
Interesting.
out of control.
It's very weird. It's
And you're not even a
reoccurring. All
drinker. It was just
No.
funny.
No, but it's just
But
it's
I've
a
been-
lack of control thing.
Yeah.
but I've been there.
Right. Yeah.
That's
And
how
I
you
think I
recognize
Right.
the
recognize
feeling.
the feeling.
Yeah.
And I
And you're
know
like, don't wanna
I
do
just
that
don't
again.
want to be there anymore.
Right.
Like, I shouldn't be doing this. I don't want to be driving. Why not? And it's not even like, why am I doing this? It's just, this is the emotions that I'm going through, and
Right.
this sucks, and I'm out of control.
Yeah, and you know
I don't
it's
really feel like
wrong.
and
You
I
know
hope
it's
nothing
wrong.
happens.
Yeah.
It's a terrible feeling.
That's a terrible feeling.
Yeah. So that's only the really one. And then the other one that I think is kind of interesting is when I was really young, I had one of the worst nightmares that I've ever had. But now being older, I understand it. It was the dream isn't necessarily the focus of it, but the dream was the universe was gonna collapse in on itself, and like, I don't
Far
know.
more intelligent
There were-
than I was
I
when
was
I
going
was
to
little.
say, I dreamt a
had something
giant
to do
rabbit
with
was chasing me.
space, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was convinced like this was going to happen in a matter of time, and I woke up my brother, and I was very like, this is going to happen. And as I'm older now, I understand that I was in between states of sleeping and being awake, and there's that everything's real, but it's not real.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it kind of, I kind of dug into this a little bit more as I got older. But when I was young and you're falling asleep, there's that feeling of
Falling?
not falling, your body coming out of itself and being able to look down on yourself.
Really?
Where you kind of
Okay.
you get this
know what you-
really
yeah.
high feeling, and that high feeling of looking down on yourself. And I would say, honestly, looking down on yourself from like 50 feet in the air, you get this feeling of like rising. And it used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid because
and feeling out of control.
right, because I couldn't get past that state of awake into sleepiness. I would stay there. I would stay in that state. And it used to scare me. Now, obviously, later in life, I got used to playing with it. And I can actually now, as I'm falling asleep, I can feel myself rising up and I can stay there. It's really odd.
So
I
that's
don't
like
think I've
getting
ever
into the
had
whole lucid
experienced that.
dreaming thing and being
Yes.
able to
Yes.
control your dreams.
And then that led me to, and we can talk about this, but
Yeah.
I actually have notes on this to bring up at one of our podcasts. And we can talk about it obviously now because we're talking
We're
about
here.
sleep.
Yeah.
So, hey, there's that.
It's either that or Papa Six. So
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
But that brought up the question for me of what do you think about right before you go to sleep? How do you go to sleep?
I don't know.
What
if
is
I
your
ever thought about
process? What happens?
it.
How do you
Scrolling
shut
on
it
my
off?
phone.
Well, no,
Yeah.
after that. Not like what do I do
I
to
think
wind down?
I just go right to sleep.
Do you just close your eyes and it's
Yeah.
done?
Yes. I
Your entire
never,
life you've done that?
I guess. I mean, I
Unless
don't
I'm-
know.
I'm sort of like Kirsten, unless there's something that is
Bothering
going
me,
on
like
in my life
ruminating,
that I
yeah.
have to lay there and think about. When I go to bed,
Oh yeah, I'm just done.
I lay down
And I'm out.
and I'm out.
Me too. I've never had that experience. I've never had the falling feeling. I don't
read
even I
books,
don't know what that's like.
And then I just fall asleep while I'm reading.
You fall asleep while you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I mean, every now and then I won't be reading and I'll shut the light. But then if that's the case, I'm so tired that I just fall asleep. I have never had a problem falling asleep.
yeah.
It's staying asleep that I have a problem.
Yeah, I have more of a problem with like if and I couldn't even tell you like what the dreams are, but that I wake up from a dream and the dream was so real that I'm thinking it actually happened.
Right.
Yeah, I've had that
I have
happen.
more of that happening, but I can
My
go
wife
right
was
to
going to kill
sleep.
me
Yeah.
the other night because I cheated on her.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But it's so real.
I know. That's what she said.
It's so real. It really, and there's more of that sort of thing of the weird waking up at
Right.
interval. But I can go to sleep.
Yeah, I just go to sleep instantly.
No
I
problem.
think it's by the time I'm there, I'm
Right.
so tired.
I think that's a
I've
woman
never
thing.
had the falling
But
thing.
yeah, if the sleep's disturbed, going back to sleep doesn't happen.
Right. That's me. Too.
If I
Yeah.
get woken up
All right.
at
You're
any, I'm up. That's
Yeah.
it. I'm
Yeah.
done. That
I
was it.
tend to
That
wake
was my
up
session.
early because if I can't
I
go back
don't
to
give
sleep.
up that easily.
Yeah, no. And neither does
At least
neither
I'll
does
try to go back to sleep.
I mean, I
does
wake up
Chris.
several times at night, so I do go back to sleep a lot of those times. But like this morning when I got up at 4:45 with Joey, I was up, and that was that.
Yeah.
But I mean, after 20 odd years of marriage with my husband, he still doesn't get that. Like that if you wake me up, that's it. Like I
Right.
won't go back to sleep. So there are times like where he has to leave super
and
early in the
wakes
morning.
you up to say goodbye.
Yeah, he'll wake me up and say goodbye.
Don't
Or he'll
do
be
that.
like, does this look all right? And I'd be like, holy shit, will you stop? If I'm
Yeah,
sleeping,
right.
Let me alone.
let me sleep, right?
Yeah.
And then, but like, and he's like, well, you can just go back to sleep.
No,
I'm like,
no, I can't. That is not the
back to
way
sleep.
this works. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, do you sit and think before you go to sleep?
When I was a kid, I used to think a lot. I used to have a hard time going to sleep. And then through my 20s and 30s, because I physically worked a lot, by the time you lay down at night, you're just out.
Right.
But now that I'm older, there are definitely times where it's not, I can't say it's hard to turn it off, but I've also gotten into this habit of when I lay down, I mentally think about all my muscles. And I think about,
So like the tensing and
Yes.
relaxing.
It
that's what you're supposed
I've
to
done
do.
those like
Crazy
meditations where you're supposed
where
to do that.
I,
like
it's funny because you think you're relaxed And then I've got this mental thing where I think about melted butter, which is really weird.
Yeah, but yeah,
because it
'cause that was
dissipates.
right.
And if I think about that,
And then your muscles
and I
do that.
try to get my muscles to just completely let go, I mostly feel it in my face because my face just kind of lets go of all its muscles. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that feels a whole lot better. And if I
Yeah.
go through that process and I think about my muscles, I'm out. I'm not even thinking about anything else anymore. I'm thinking about the relaxation of
So that's
letting
all
go.
mindfulness. I used to do that
Yeah.
with my students.
Yeah.
And
Right.
melted butter is one of the images that they teach you to teach them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and ice melting is another one.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, my thing is we call it letting the day out. Chris always goes, there you go, letting the day out. Because I lay down and big, yes, that, the big breath. And as soon as that happens, dude, I'm out.
Yeah,
I am
that's it.
done. But I have to let the
You
day
popped
out.
your
I do it.
6.
I pop my 6. I'm done.
That's a good idea.
I just
That's a
let
good
the, and he
idea. Let
calls
your
it,
day out?
yeah, he's,
That's a
We have
good
to
one.
try that.
he goes, yeah, we call it letting the day out.
Okay,
where
when
you
I
just
go to bed tonight, I'm going to do the melted butter and then I'm going to let my day
and
out.
then, you got to let the day out before you go to sleep. That's how you get there.
Okay.
Got to let the day out.
I read or I pray. One or the other. I'm either doing my prayers or I'm reading. And then I'm asleep.
That would
But it
would
has to be
make
completely
me
dark too, though.
Yes.
start overthinking
Thinking.
and
Yeah, same.
ruminating. Like I used to
No
pray and then
tiny
I'd
lights.
forget things. I'm like, then it would just stress me out. And
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing it wrong.
I have to have a fan on,
Yeah.
I have my fan.
completely dark,
Oh, I hate the fan.
weighted blanket.
Oh, I hate
I don't like the fan.
Love the fan.
No, I just like my
As a
fluffy
matter of
comforter.
what?
What?
You're like a fan noise.
It's a white noise?
I hate
Oh, do you have
having,
the fan app?
I hate
Bryn
having,
has
what?
the fan app. Yep.
yeah, there it
No.
is. It's your white noise.
Oh, I hate that.
Bryn has that.
It's actually not the
Bryn
noise.
has that.
I literally hate being blown on.
Love
Oh, I
it.
do
Yeah,
too.
I
My
do
fan
too.
doesn't face me.
I
But
cannot
it's
be
the,
blown.
like-
That drives me insane. Having
the-
air blown on.
and when
me.
it conditioning, like in the
oscillates,
car?
it's the
Yeah.
worst.
Oh, I can't even have it in the car. I
So
hate being.
my girlfriend, Susan, you know Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we rode in the car with her and she can't have it on her.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, no,
she
I
had,
have to
she had
shut
to
the
have
vents.
like a sweatshirt in the back.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Yep.
that doesn't bother
I'm
me,
the
but I don't
same.
like the fan in my room.
And it can't
No,
oscillate.
I can't
Oh,
stand
the
the
oscillator.
Oh, I
oscillator.
don't
So
like the
it-
oscillator.
Yeah, because
no.
that's so distracting.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Right.
Make up your mind.
Make up your mind. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Yes or no?
Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting.
And Chris loves the fan, so he has a fan. And if it blows on me, all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
I do the sleep mask, or it has to be dark, or I do the
Really?
sleep
You
mask.
definitely
Yeah,
has to be
I like
dark.
it. I like it.
Yeah, I need the dark.
Interesting.
I do not get up throughout the night. I sleep the entire night.
Because you're a man.
Because could you ever hear
She
your
went there.
kids?
She went there
Could you hear your kids like from
when they were babies.
when they're babies?
Would they
or
wake you up in the
little
middle of the
kid?
night? No.
He doesn't remember. I
Like when
think that's a
Kirsten
no.
would get up to feed
I'm
them, would you
so
get up with
freaking
them?
tired from the kids. Probably not. No. I mean, I'm a hard sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a very light sleeper. I always
Well, I'm a
have been.
a light sleeper with kids. Like normally, if I hear like if someone throws up, I'll hear
Oh,
it.
you know it.
Oh, yeah.
Anywhere.
Well,
in the
there's a
house.
very special cry that comes with the
Right.
throw
Yes.
up.
Right. You
Yeah.
you can like
And there's a mom, and then there's the noise,
Yes.
and then it's
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah.
And you know they didn't make it to the bathroom.
Not fun.
Those days are over, thankfully. My kids are
Yes.
now older.
That is one of the
I haven't had
beauties
that
of
issue.
older children.
you've
Not-
got one left, lady.
Yeah, but he's older. He makes it to the bathroom. Knock on wood.
No. I'm just saying.
Knock on wood. Actually, I have 2 at home though. We need to get Jack a job. If anybody out there has a job for a chemist or a linguist, just saying. Just saying. He's working, but right now he's mowing lawns
Yeah.
It's all right.
Got to do what you got to do.
Got to do it.
and lighting bonfires. He's at the camp and they're like getting rid of old wood and everything.
Oh, he's doing that. Oh, that's kind of fun.
So he comes home smelling like a
Like a
Fire.
forest fire.
Oh, it's a good smell.
good,
I
it is
love
a very
the
good
bonfire
smell.
smell.
And he's all dirty and yeah, he looks like he's been out in the
Rolling around the leaves.
yeah. So anyway, but
Popping a 6.
Popping a
Popping a
six.
six.
He's been out there
he's popping a
six.
6 every day. We let him work all this farm equipment and stuff. I'm like, dude, you had no training on any of that stuff. It's all good.
Mom, it's all right. I'm popping a 6.
He's learning. He's learning man skills. Man skills.
Man work.
So
Speaking of farm equipment,
yes.
Oh, yes.
what a segue. No, Children of the Corn was on TV the other night. Well, that's
Speaking
what I
of
thought.
nightmares.
So I'm sitting there with Ava, and I was like, "Oh no, it's Children of the Corn. This is like the horror movie of all horror movies." And
Yes.
I'm like, "Okay." And she's like, "Let's watch it." And I'm like, oh, "I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can." She's like, "Let's watch it."
Cheesy.
It's terrible.
Is it? And it was
Cheesy.
just like Jaws. If you watch Jaws now, not as scary as it was when we were
Right.
little.
But
Yeah.
that was the
Yes.
funny thing. Like she put it on, and I'm like, "Oh, this isn't scary at all."
I thought it was terrifying when it came
and
out.
I think it depends on like how you see it, right? Like I watched Silence of the Lambs in my friend's dorm room in the middle of the day, lights are on. It wasn't scary at all because the setting wasn't right.
Right.
Yet I watched The Shining in my friend's basement during a rainstorm.
Yeah. True.
Oh, yeah.
That scared the shit
That
out
was
of me.
terrifying.
Yes, much more so.
But
It's
now,
the whole setting.
but I
Yeah.
also think I've seen a lot of things since then that
Right,
have
that are
far
probably-
surpassed that. So now when you go look
Yeah.
at that, you're like,
Seems night.
Yeah.
Queen.
At the time, Jaws was freaking
Yes, Jaws.
Right.
Was.
Yeah.
horrifying.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Like you
Dun,
didn't want to
dun,
get in the
dun.
water. Now you
And-
look at it,
yeah.
you're like, oh, that looks
Right.
paper mache.
Right.
Right.
You can actually
But
see
same
the
thing, like,
Yes.
remember, like, when you see, like, the first original Star Wars?
Yeah.
Like, I
And
used to,
it's
I thought
just
that was so cool, and now it
the
looks-
writing.
Yeah. It looks very,
yeah. There are
it's very
I
infomercials.
do that on my Commodore 64.
yeah.
There are infomercials that are worse than Children of the Corn.
Really?
Like scarier.
Wow.
Well, any of those things that talk about the medicine that you're taking and death is
Oh,
one
yes.
of the side effects.
Yes.
and
I know.
here's the
And
other
it's
thing.
for, like, toenail fungus or
Yes.
something. It's not even
The movie
like, worth
editing,
dying for.
The movie editing wasn't what it is now.
Right.
So like I said to Ava, I'm like, okay, this movie has a lot of jump scares. Okay, so just be prepared. But the jump scares were so delayed, like just because the
Right.
editing wasn't quite there
Yeah.
yet. And I was like, oh my God, you could see that coming a mile away. Like, why did I think that was so scary?
You remembered it a little differently.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as scary as I remember.
Well,
Yeah.
that's all right. I still won't watch it.
And I found The Greatest American Hero on
well, that's
YouTube.
right.
You said that.
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
It's every single season.
walking on air.
And all the episodes. I'm like, holy cow.
It was good, right?
They're great. They're funny. The writing is awesome.
They're still going.
I know. This is great.
Believe it or not, it's
And half
just
the episodes
me.
are like 45 minutes long. It's crazy. I'm like, this was real TV.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have to pull that one out.
Yeah.
Because Jack and
You
I-
did send it. I didn't get to watch
Yeah,
it.
I haven't
It-
looked at it, but
I got
that.
hooked. I
We'll have
didn't.
to- we'll have
I
to
got through
watch.
2 episodes and I was like, I need to stop.
Well, and I started watching the clip that you sent about, it wasn't Comic-Con, but it was a similar thing in Pittsburgh that had the Rat Pack. It had Ali Sheedy and
Oh, the other interview.
the other,
Yes,
yeah,
with-
but
yes.
it had all the missing people.
Yes, it did. Yes.
Oh,
And they
really?
they were happy.
Yeah. It
So
was
I'm like, I'm not sure I
Molly
understand.
Ringwald was happy.
Yes,
Molly
she was
in
there.
Paris. But
I
she's
think
in Paris,
I think
right?
it's
I'd
just
be happy
I
too.
think it's really just Andrew McCarthy.
yeah.
She's just
because
He's trying to make it a thing, and I think it's just him.
right.
Yeah, because Judd Nelson and Anthony Michael Hall and Molly Ringwald and Ali Sheedy, they were the panel. And they were all in great spirits.
Yeah.
Happy
Really?
to talk about their days.
Yes,
And
they were.
I think it was just Andrew McCarthy.
He just
He
has.
saw himself as a bigger actor than he was. That's
Yeah.
my guess.
Andrew
Anyway, but I didn't
McCarthy.
I started watching that
Still
and
love
then I
him.
got interrupted. I didn't get to finish that. But that was
Yeah.
good though. That was interesting.
What was it called?
Oh, he sent it. It's in our
It's in the
email
feed.
chain.
No, okay.
And
I must have been busy that day.
For the audience, I'm sorry, but it's just it was like a Comic-Con, but it wasn't Comic-Con. It was some other
Hold
kind
on,
of
audience.
All right.
and it
I'll-
was
I'll
set in
inform you.
Pittsburgh. Because
Oh.
yeah. And I don't remember how I knew it was in Pittsburgh unless they said hello Pittsburgh, which they may have.
Or you recognize the Heinz building of
Or
what
something.
sort?
It was something.
Everything is named
Come on,
Heinz
tease.
there.
But no, it was interesting because they were all perfect. And especially Anthony Michael Hall was just like so happy to be there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
He's a cutie.
it's strange that he turned into such a large man.
I know. I was thinking he looks so different. Like he looks
Yes.
so
Yes.
He
different.
really is a big person,
Yes.
just like
Yes.
in
Yes.
And he was
stature.
Because he was so skinny and little.
braces and little and Farmer Ted.
Yeah.
Farmer
Yeah,
Ted. I'm
that's-
Farmer Ted.
Yeah.
He even said, he goes, I am Farmer Ted. Like, and they all went, yeah, you are.
That's funny. I laughed. He's a great character.
Farmer Ted. Aaron's still looking.
Yes.
It was recent, though.
We have a lot of
it was
stuff.
It was.
I
in the
don't know what
last-
I was doing
within the
that
last
day.
week.
The breakfast. There we go.
There it is. What was it called?
Title of this is called
Letting it all out, pulling
Let
it
out
all
the
in.
day.
Let Out the Day. The Breakfast Club Reunion Panel.
Oh.
Steel City Con, April 2024.
Oh, that's
Steel
why I knew it was
City
in
Con.
Pittsburgh. Because it was called
Steel City.
Steel City
Steel
Con.
City Con.
That's the giveaway.
All right. I'll have to go back and look at that.
Yeah, it was good to see them all. I would like to see all of them together.
So it
but
was just the Breakfast Club people. So Emilio Estevez was there.
No, he was not there. It was literally
Maybe
just
he's
the four
still
of them.
upset too, then.
Well, from the show,
He
could
seemed
kinda,
a little upset.
I was going to
But
say.
he was the one that the article was written about.
Right.
I think
yeah.
he was just kind of hurt because I think everybody was mad at him.
him like he's
And it's
yeah.
not
like
even his fault. He wasn't
No.
even doing anything.
Yeah.
he
Okay.
didn't do anything. It's not your fault, Emilio.
It's not.
It's never your fault. That's the follow up. It's not your fault.
That's the
It's not your
ballad,
fault,
Emilio.
Emilio.
It's not your fault.
Andrew McCarthy never popped a 6 is what the problem was.
never did.
And he was just mad. Which
never
we
did.
I can
Yeah.
relate. I can relate to that.
All signs were pointing to the 6, and it just
It
didn't
just
happen.
never happened. Everybody
gonna
else
happen tomorrow.
everybody else made it all the way around the board and he just couldn't pop
Get
right.
out at home.
He just
Headlines
needed
are-
to let out the day.
Headlines tomorrow are going to read Andrew McCarthy pops
Pops
a
the 6.
It sounds violent when you put it like
And
that.
now my life is complete.
He did not bust a move.
He
There you go. Look at you. She's trying to pull it around.
That was nice.
Well, I've noticed like the last several songs I've chosen for the theme song for the night, we've just can't quite get back to.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we just
sometimes
did.
sometimes it's hard, but I thought you did a good job with that.
Oh, he's got a button.
popping a 6.
All right.
Is that really popping a 6, though?
Is that though?
It's a little
It's
groovier.
versatile.
I feel like
a
Papa 6 is more.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow. Yeah,
And
like
for
that.
the audience, Christine is
dancing.
dancing. I think. We're not sure. There was some
How we danced on Long Island in
there
the
was
80s.
some movement. There was jerky. Okay, it was dancing.
I'm not allowed to get my heart rate up right now.
right. True.
That's
Right.
after my heart event.
Calm down.
Calm down. Yes, let's settle down. Let out the
well.
day. Let out the day.
Well, before so JJ started middle school.
Oh wow! No
okay, there you
way.
First week, and he has the unfortunate situation that every teacher he has had one of
of your
his
kids.
siblings.
Oh, that's
They
painful.
all know.
Oh yeah, we know about
But
you.
he's not them.
No, and he's actually enjoying the attention, I believe, because every teacher, he's like, every class I go into, they're like, we know who you are. And so I think he's enjoying the attention just a
good.
tad.
That's
Good.
so funny
Good for
because
him.
I asked Joey today. He either has had his teachers or Eliza or Bryn had, with the exception of one teacher. And one of the teachers I asked Joey, I'm like, what is that noise?
Yeah, it's new.
It's new. It just came in.
We're almost done.
Have they asked if you're Eliza's brother? And he's like, no. I'm like, it's not like our last name is that common a last
no,
name.
it's not.
He just says no. That's
He's like,
hilarious.
no, they've never asked. Nope.
That's hilarious. He just
Meanwhile,
denies.
I had teachers that my dad had.
Oh, that's
Wow.
crazy.
They remembered my dad, which I
That's
don't.
crazy. That was a good thing. That's a long
I
time.
had teachers that my dad.
That's an old teacher.
Yeah, that's
Well, my dad
I'm
was-
surprised they remember anything.
So my
It's impressive.
mom was 20 when she had me. So my dad was only 24 when he had me.
Nonetheless, that's an old
Still,
teacher.
that is still a pretty old teacher.
It is. Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, and then he did get one again. This was I think it's a good thing. The one that's me. You just turned me off right there.
It's me.
Oh,
Oh, maybe that is you.
that was me.
Oh,
So
Talk.
it's not me. Hello?
that was weird.
It's you.
It's me. Maybe I'm just been too loud and I broke the microphone.
She busted a move.
I busted a microphone.
After 6.
Damn it. But his home ec teacher, they had to write, they do all the introductory stuff. And so he had to write something about yourself on a piece of paper and hand it in. And he wrote about playing the drums. And she read his thing and she goes, wait a minute. Were you the young man who played at Fire and Ice?
She's a
And,
fan.
and he said, yes. And she goes, what are you doing in my class? You need to be in music. And so that was,
oh wow!
well, he was feeling a little good about that one.
I guess
Should be.
that's awesome. I love
Good on
that.
her.
Bye.
What a great teacher.
So
Yay,
anyway,
JJ.
Awesome.
that's this week in middle school. Next week in middle school won't be quite so happy.
That's
I'm
okay.
sure.
It's
That's
good to
middle
start
school.
the week
Yeah.
that way. Good,
That's a great way to start the year.
good for him.
All right.
Alrighty, peeps.
All right. Well,
Speaking of which, you
Bust
got to
a
get
move?
home because now I get up at the freaking 6
Oh,
a.m.
because he's got to be in
'Cause he's
early.
gotta be
oh, yeah.
on the bus
I
at
just wake up that early anyway because I just
6:40.
No.
Yeah, you text early. I'm up. I'm up.
Yeah,
into
I'm
it.
always up. Yeah, I shouldn't text, but I'm like,
I don't
oh,
mind,
everyone
I'm
can
up.
see it. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I figure if everyone else will see it when they wake up, but I'm always.
Yeah.
I got in the habit like years ago because I had to be the first one up when everyone was here.
Right.
You know, like I wanted my quiet time, and I still do it. So,
I just used to get up and run
oh,
till
yeah.
a month ago.
Oh, you'll run again.
You'll run again.
Hold
I
on,
don't
hope.
know. Hopefully. We'll see. It's okay.
Keep faith.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm
All
walking.
right.
I'm walking.
Yeah.
You'll pop your 6. It'll be fine.
Yes, you'll pop your 6 when it's time.
Who says I haven't?
You'll bust a move when the time is right.
I will bust a move when the time is right.
See, I knew you. I knew you do it, Kirsten.
Alrighty.
You always do.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I don't, just happens.
Well,
All right.
on that happy note, thank you all for joining us for the latest episode of the Set List of Life. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.